Well, another year has come and gone for high maintenance. I just wanted to kind of give a loose recap of what we accomplished. So we'll call this 2024 in review. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see. So almost a year ago, just a couple of weeks away, Dave named the airplane. He called it high maintenance for some very good reasons, as you guys probably can understand. I think it's pretty fitting. Even the bogus name of Beast of Burden, that fit as well. I'm not sure that Bob really fits it, but anyway, it was fun. A year ago, John started out the year by explaining the lighting systems and the stuff that they've done. I personally, through the early part of the year, got to play with RC submarines. I got an opportunity to go to Texas and hang out with some A-26 crews, and also hanging out with Bill Goebel and the Hollywood bomber crew restoring a Beech 18 that Jackie Cochran and Merv Griffin owned at different times. That airplane is getting really close to being able to fly. Hopefully within the next few months we'll see that happen. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you may have seen the world's most expensive beer can crusher. I thought that was pretty funny. A cutaway of an R2800 crushing cans, beer, soda, whatever it was. My good friend Max got remarried after losing his wife to cancer. He's really enjoying his life right now. Hopefully we'll see him more often volunteering down here. He has a full-time job, so it makes it kind of difficult for him to be here. But hopefully we'll see more of him and Doug and the rest of our volunteers. My grandson had the opportunity to go help Dave running a Learjet, which is currently in Asia, doing some mapping work. But my grandson got to be a Learjet captain for a day. He had a really good time at that. During the year, we received our propellers that look absolutely outstanding. So looking forward to getting them on the airplane, and we're getting closer. We got the brakes and the wheels and tires all assembled. The brakes are on the airplane. We're still waiting for our jacks to get it up in the air and be able to get the tires on it. To that end, one of the things that we're having to do is get the wheel dollies. They're sitting right behind me. Jan's got the holes all drilled. We were able last summer to get Jan's Mustang running. In a couple of videos ago, he explained why it's been a delay, because we've been concentrating on the big bird behind me. The uplock cables kept us on our toes for a couple of months. They were kind of a real pain to get them figured out, what we need, how to anchor them, and make them work positively. We got a couple of corporate sponsors that are really important to the project. Duncan Aviation is going to paint our wings when we can get this beast out of here. And Dave Vega and Concord Battery supplied us with 2 brand new batteries. Looking forward to putting those in, lighten up the systems with full charge of our batteries. As the year went by, high maintenance started looking more like an airplane. We were able to get panels and nacelle caps on, all of the stuff that surrounds the engine, the wing skins on the top. It's really beginning to look like a real airplane. And for that matter, it also gets parts off of the floor and off the shelves and on the airplane. Through the year, we've been trying to make sure that as we go along, everything is safetied and chafe-proofed. So we've been tying up wire bundles and plumbing and that kind of thing. Speaking of plumbing, recently, that's what we've been doing a lot of, is getting the instrument panel populated and all the plumbing and wiring done for that. We're still in the middle of doing that. Hopefully, we'll get to the end of that in the next few weeks, just in time for our jack stands and all of that stuff to arrive. We can get the nose on. Been working on that, obviously, figuring out what the hardware needs for that are. The pilot seats I assembled them years ago, and we've had them in the airplane, but Jan and Kenneth rebuilt them again to be able to use a more contemporary seatbelt system and to get everything working smoothly. And that's a huge step forward. Now we have something that's much more comfortable to sit in and easily adjustable. Bob and John are Sparkies. I can't say enough good things about them. They just get in there and they are wiring fools. From the moment they walked into the shop, it's been a huge step forward for high maintenance as an overall project. I was personally very concerned about who was going to wire the airplane. Dave initially thought he would be doing it. Fortunately, Bob and John came in and said, "Hey, can we work on your airplane?" And everybody said, "Yes, please." So, matter of fact, Bob, I don't know if you can hear him in the background. He's up doing some stuff in the cockpit, furthering the project along. Thanks, Bob and John, for all your help. So, as a team, we'd like to thank our vendors, our corporate sponsors, our volunteers, who, we wouldn't be where we are without all of these puzzle pieces bringing together to get this airplane in an airworthy condition. I personally would like to say thank you for my association with Dave and Jan, all of the volunteers, Max, Doug, John Egbert, Bob and John, the Sparkies, Peter Garrity, the owner of the airplane. The association that I've been able to have with these people is just tremendous. And also all of the other A26 crews around the world. You've got the two invaders in Oklahoma, the two invaders in Texas. You've got Zach and his Pale Rider in North Carolina. You've got the invader as part of the Plains of Fame collection. Madras, Oregon has an A26. Kermit Weeks A26. And there's a project over in France that recently reached out to me, and the association with the A26s is just amazing to me. A26s go back to my childhood. As a child, going to visit Grandma, there was an airplane sitting on the table between the double beds that were in the end bedroom, and that was an A26 Invader that my father had built before I was born. And you didn't touch it because it was very fragile, but it was still fun. I wish I had pictures of it sitting there, but that wasn't something we did as children. I mean, selfies, not a thing. So again, the relationships that we've been able to build, I've been able to build, are just, I cherish them. And most of all, I want to thank my viewers that continually look in on what we're doing here. And thank you so much for watching and commenting and donating to the YouTube channel and all of the things that you do. Thank you so much, and we'll see what happens in the next year. Next year will mark the 80th birthday of our airplane, and I'm really trying hard to poke the bear and get this airplane at least running by August. So we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.